Okay, I did it. That was 200 on the metronome, and I did it 3 times in a row. I'm right at the edge. It's not easy for me, but at least I did it. And I used a lot of practice to get there. So, in total, I practiced this 45.9 hours across 34 days. I repeated it 3,797 times with both hands together, 7,073 times with the left hand only, and 8,229 times with the right hand only. So why did I do this video at all? Here are the 2 points I wanted to make to piano students out there in the world. The first one is, don't despair. What you're trying to do will probably get better over time. You can't do it today, but you will probably be able to do it after you work on it. It seems obvious, but believe me, people don't think this when they're learning. So here's a scenario. I'm teaching a student. This especially happens with adult students. The older you are, I think the more susceptible you are to thinking you can do something that you can't. So they're trying to learn something. They're a beginning student. Maybe we're learning this. I explain some stuff. They're looking at the page maybe. They know what they're supposed to do. They know the song. Great. And they try to play it and they get something like. And then they're embarrassed. I can tell by the look on their face and the body language and the tension that they're embarrassed that they can't do it. And of course it doesn't help that I'm watching them, but I have to, I'm the teacher. But think about this. If it was the same kind of deal, and let's say there was somebody showing them how to do a fancy yo-yo trick, something really cool, and they tried it and they couldn't do it, they'd laugh. And they'd try it again, and they'd laugh some more. And every time they tried it, they'd laugh some more, because they don't expect to be able to do it. But somehow, they're beginning this piano stuff, and it sounds like a simple song, and they expect they should be able to do it, and that if they can't, they're somehow defective, and they're embarrassed. And it makes the lesson difficult, and it makes their piano learning difficult. And I have a feeling that's part of the reason why a lot of adult students quit. So, don't despair. The thing that you're trying to do is not as easy as you think. And over time, it will get better. And when I'm watching you do that as a piano teacher, I'm not expecting you to play it perfectly. In fact, I want you to slow down and break it down and work on it carefully. And when I tell you to slow down, I'm not telling you that you're stupid or that you're incapable and you're not as good as the next student. I'm telling you that as a teacher, here's how you should learn a song. You figure out generally what you're doing, and then you slow it down. And then you put it back together and you speed it up. So that's the first point. The second point is, don't expect to learn the piano in a few minutes or a few hours. For example, a new song. For all those piano students who've been playing for a while, don't expect to pick up a new song and be able to play it in a few minutes. So I get a lot of, here's another scenario, I get students who come in and, you know, they want to learn for Elise or something. And so they get it out there and we start working on it. They play it a little, they get some of it, and then they play it, maybe we're working on one page 3 or 4 times, and then they look at me like, are we done yet? This is boring. And they're tired of working on it. And they're like, well, either they think, oh, I can't play it, I don't want to do this one anymore. Or they maybe think, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll figure it out on my own. It'll take me 10 minutes. I just have to work on it. Well, maybe not. Maybe for some things it's going to take you 45 hours and 20,000 repetitions. So now that will probably make some people despair. But I do want to point that out, that some of this stuff just takes time. I mean, the physical coordination, that can be a really tough thing. So certain things you can learn quickly and you can play it quickly, but a lot of things you're just going to have to work on. So 2 things, don't be in despair if you can't do it the first time. Second thing is, be willing to put some time in. Be willing to spend some time figuring it out. It can be very rewarding. So in any case, that's how long it took me to do that thing. And I'm glad I can do it now, and I think it made some of my other arpeggios easier as well. So until I come up with a new idea for a video series, I'll say goodbye.